Hi there, BookTube! My name is Christina and today I'm back with a review of a whole trilogy. This time it's a fantasy trilogy that I just recently finished to binge read, and of course right now that I started to speak, all of the cars want to come by because why not? Okay, without further ado, let me start my general review. It will be absolutely spoiler free, so don't worry about spoilers. I won't ruin you the fun of reading these three books. And the three books are Wondrous Strange, written by Leslie Livingston. It's not a new book, it comes from the beginning of 2000, so 2009, I believe, something like that. And so it's not very recent. And this is a fantasy YA book, very YA, so all of the YA tropes are there for your heart's desire and content. Just know it before starting it. So in this book we follow Kelly, who is our protagonist. She's a 17 years old girl who lives her normal life in New York. Not so normal because she's actually an actress. She's working for a theater company that right now is creating Midsummer Night's Dream. And the very nice thing about these three books is that each and every one of the books has a different Shakespearean theme in it. So the first one is Midsummer, then the second one is Romeo and Juliet, and the third one, as you may see here from the title, Tempestuous, is The Tempest. So at the very beginning of the first book, this girl suddenly becomes the protagonist of the whole play, and she needs to play Titania, so the queen of all fairies, the queen of summer. And things will not turn out quite as she expected. So you need to know that in these books there is the normal world and then there is the fairy world, who is in contact with our world through 4 different doors. And one of the doors happens to be exactly in Central Park when one day she walks by and she meets this boy whose name is Sonny, and of course it's insta love, because why not? And from there their journey will start. This book was very nice to read, almost like a guilty pleasure, because it was very fast. It was something that doesn't keep your mind occupied too much, and I don't know, it was just like a very good old beginning of 2000 YA. Like, I don't know, if you think about Twilight and Fallen and Vampire Academy and what's the name, Wicked and Lovely, and so on and so on, all of that kind of books, then this is definitely a great companion for those. So if you want to feel all the old YA vibes, then grab that book and just read it. You will fly through it, absolutely. So being each and every book themed around a Shakespearean play, it's not a retelling, just be careful if you think that it's a retelling, it's not. It's just lightly inspired by the overall feeling of the play. We have the first book that's based on Midsummer Midnight's Dream, that's all about wonder and discovery of this new fantastic world and fairies and so on and so on. Then the second one, being based on Romeo and Juliet, is definitely a little bit more dark and full of love issues and problems, and just a bit of tragedy, of course, because YA, so why not? YA, okay. This one wasn't intended. And then the third one is The Tempest, so Tempestuous, this third book, and in this case it's all about the resolution, the final battles, and so on and so on. So it's very interesting from that point of view, and without giving any kind of spoiler, I really cannot tell you much, just that there is a boy and a girl, and the boy has been raised by the fairies, and he's the guardian of the door that divides the human world from the fairy world, and she is a human that lives in a human world that suddenly discovers that fairies are real, and she needs to play Titania. So what may go wrong? Well, a lot of things, as you may imagine. So now let's get to the part in which I will tell you what I liked, disliked, or that left me a little bit confused. I definitely enjoyed the rhythm, the pace of this book. It's very quick. Each book is around 300 pages, so it's really quick to read, even as far as time is concerned. Not only the story is quick, but the act of reading, time really flies by. And then I don't know if the English edition is the same, but here the font is very big. There are a lot of spaces, so very easy to read, and I would definitely recommend this book to people who are willing to read something for a readathon. That's perfect because fast reads. And then people who enjoy all kind of YA. So if you were in love with YA in 2000 and something, then give it a try if you've not read it yet. And then to people who are coming out from a slump, again, a quick read, an easy read. It won't request you much of mental effort, so why not? The thing that left me a little bit so was actually the fact that it was so much 2000 something YA. So we had all of the tropes, like the insta love, like the love triangle, and the angsty moments, the dumb choices that the protagonist makes for no reason. I don't know, it was just a little bit strange for me. I felt it like a jump back in time, but it was interesting. I mean, it's not something that I'm used to read anymore, so to read something that brought me back all of the memories from those years, yeah, it was an interesting experience. Then let's get to the things that I disliked, and those were some minor plot holes and some strange decisions that the characters make at a certain point, just out of nowhere without any kind of explanation, or some resolutions to issues that come from nowhere for no reason at all. At least from my point of view, maybe I missed something, I don't know. And for this reason I actually rated the first book 4 stars, because I really enjoyed it. It was very new and refreshing, even if it was old, because I'm already used to read like adult books or at least epic fantasy and so on, and to read just a cute YA fantasy book was something very new for me after a while. And then again, the second book I rated it 4 stars just because I enjoyed it again. And unfortunately this third book I rated it 3.25 stars, just because, I don't know, I was expecting something more. Some parts were too rushed, some others were too long. It was a bit anticlimactic from my point of view, and the ending was very anime-like, movie-like, just literally one of those things that you may imagine happening on the TV. So I've not enjoyed the conclusion of the story that much, I have to admit it. But don't be discouraged by all means by my words, just try it out for yourself and see how it is. And one thing that really drove me crazy, and this has nothing to do with the content of the book, was the cover. Because here, look at the beautiful covers in the UK or American edition. Nice, right? And now let's take a look at the first book in the series in Italian, the second book in the series in Italian, and then we have this compared to the third book in English. Like, what happened? Why editors, why publishers, why can't you see that it's a completely different model with a completely different mood? And worse of everything is the fact that she doesn't match the description of the protagonist in the book. So yeah, I hate this cover. I've not enjoyed the third books as much as the others, so probably it's matching with my tastes. I mean, I don't like the cover and I didn't like the book. But this was it for my kind of review for this trilogy. If you're interested in picking it up, let me know. Or if you've read it already, let me know what were your opinions. Have you enjoyed the ending of it? Or do you have any kind of old school YA fantasies or paranormal YAs from the beginning of 2000. Which ones you still remember? Which ones made you cringe a lot? Just, I'm curious, let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Ciao!